Hello again. Now for this activity, we're going to talk about your classmates and about some pretty unusual activities that they may be involved in. So this is the situation for you. There is a new student in your class and he would like to confirm some unusual facts about your classmates. Using the verbs in parentheses, you will see that I'm going to give you some incomplete sentence, and one verb in parentheses. Complete the following conversation. Keep in mind that you need to use the verb in the correct form based on the question tag at the end of each sentence. For example, if I give you the word give, so you may have to use gave, or will give, or is giving, is going to give, etc. If I give you be, for example, you need is, are, am, was, were, will be, etc. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. As you can see, let's make sure that you understand the vocabulary in the activity. We have Camila, Adrian, Natalie, Jordan, Valentina. But actually, the idea is that you picture information about your classmates, that you think of your classmates when you answer these questions, and you may think about things that they would do in order for you to complete these conversations. All right? So the verbs that I'm giving you are spend, to spend money, to use money, to buy things. Be afraid, that's be, so you may have to use a conjugated form of be. Juggle is when you have 2 or 3 objects in your hands and you throw them into the air and you have to catch them and play with them. All right, that's juggle. You can also juggle activities if you're doing homework while helping your mom and cleaning your room and talking on the phone. You are juggling 3 activities or more. All right, go skydiving, jump from an airplane, that is unusual. Play the guitar, that is the easiest, I think. That was just to give you some sense of achievement, we say, to give you some opportunity to do something easy to prove that you know the concept. All right, so please pause the video, and in a moment I'm going to show you some possible answers. All right, so pause the video, work on it, see you in a moment. All right, let me give you some possible answers. I hope and I trust that you have been good and you have completed these conversations. These are some sample responses. First, Camila spends. Why spends? Because the question tag was doesn't she? So doesn't is present simple, and there's a negation, so you need an affirmative construction here. Camila spends, you need the S there, a lot of money on clothes, doesn't she? And the answer was yes, but you can say, just for your make it a little bit more, let's say, richer, you, instead of saying yes she does, you can say yes, I'm sure she does. All right, so if you don't have that, you can adjust your short answer with these suggestions. Next, listen to the conversation. He asks,
Camila spends a lot of money on clothes, doesn't she?
Answer,
yes, I'm sure she does.
all right. So next, Adrian, but the verb that I gave you was be, so be afraid, because we're talking about somebody, singular, and the question tag was is he, so that is present, singular. Adrian isn't afraid of spiders, is he? No, instead of saying no he's not, we have here no, everybody knows that he is not. Listen to the conversation.
Adrian isn't afraid of spiders, is he?
No, everybody knows that he is not.
All right, thank you. Next, Natalie can juggle, can't she? Why? Because can't was negation, so we need the affirmation. The auxiliary was can, so we use can. Natalie can juggle. You could have said, I'm sure you said something like can juggle with 3 balls or with 5 hats or chairs. Whatever you chose, I'm sure it could have been better than this also. Answer, yes, she certainly can. So that is a way to add an adverb to reinforce the idea. She certainly can. Listen to the pronunciation.
Natalie can juggle, can't she?
All right.
Yes, she certainly can.
Thank you. Jordan, so singular. The question was, would he? So we need would, and the verb was go skydiving. We added here like. Hope you don't mind. The question is, Jordan wouldn't like to go skydiving. Would he? So would he, because that was affirmative, or there was no negation, so we put the negation in the stem. Wouldn't like to go skydiving, would he? No, he wouldn't. He's afraid of heights. Just because we had afraid from the other sentence, we could use that as a reference here, and we can complement this. Listen to the pronunciation.
Jordan wouldn't like to go skydiving, would he?
No, he wouldn't. He's afraid of heights.
All right, thank you. Next. Valentina, singular, and then doesn't she. That will be present and affirmative in the main statement. Valentina plays the guitar. All right, doesn't she? No, she does. I'm sorry. Yes, she does. She plays in a band, just to give it more context. Listen to the pronunciation.
Valentina plays the guitar, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. She plays in a band.
All right. I hope you had every answer correctly in terms of what verb form you used, what verb tense, and whether it's affirmative or negative, that you had all that correct. All right. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next activity, because we're going to talk about what happens when you want to go to a party. What conversation do you need to have with your parents before you go to a party? All right. See you next time.